Major HBAR news to talk about, guys, in this video. So let's start here. 13 days ago, I put a video out talking about HBAR and a new partnership, announcing a $250 million partnership with a huge corporation out of Saudi Arabia. And HBAR obviously has been a good crypto, solid crypto, been in the top 50 for a really long time. But I said that this had huge potential. And the use cases are starting to pile up. The TVL, total value locked in the ecosystem, which is a great indicator of people using the ecosystem and believing in it long term. The TVL has been skyrocketing. We're going to talk more about that in this video. But 13 days ago, we put out this video talking about HBAR. If you're not yet subscribed, make sure you do so because we're on top of the news. We have been for 3+ years. We try our very best to be right there every step of the way with everything that goes on. And this is coming to fruition because if we look at HBAR here today, just today, it's up 23%. Last 7 days, up 38%. And the last month, up 43%. You better believe that partnership has a lot to do with it, but there's actually more that's going on with HBAR right now as it cracked 11 cents. We're going to talk about that in this video as well. We've got an all-time high of 57 cents. We're going to talk about when and if we could break that number. A lot to get to. So if you're interested in investing in HBAR, you're already invested, this video is for you. Make sure you stick around to the end. And right now, as we sit right here, go ahead and hit the like button so this video gets out to the masses because our last HBAR video reached a lot of new people. And I was so excited about that because we were on top of this news. We were right there every step of the way, and we're constantly looking at things that happen. And this partnership is certainly leading right now in terms of why, leading this charge in terms of why HBAR is moving up. There's certainly has a lot to do with it. So if we take a look at just the TVL aspect or total value locked, SaucerSwap is the metric we're going to look at, or the DEX platform, which is where we get our metrics here for Hedera. And it's gone parabolic in the last few days as SaucerSwap, the DEX platform on Hedera, has risen for 5 straight days. It reached its highest point since May of 2022, almost 2 years. And there are 4 main reasons that they lay out in this article, but they don't even talk about this big reason right here that we talked about 13 days ago. Crazy, right? They weren't on top of this. Saudi's $250 million tech innovation boost, and they're partnering with who? Hashgraph, Hedera Hashgraph HBAR. Hashgraph Association and Saudi Arabia's Ministry of Investment have launched a $250 million deep tech venture studio in Riyadh, which is the capital of Saudi Arabia, supporting over 500 companies in developing advanced AI, blockchain, and VR solutions. Why is this a big deal? Well, for a lot of reasons, but let me just give you guys this. And understanding the markets, whether it's crypto, stocks, you've got to have a pretty good grasp of economics, where the world's going, what's happening from a bigger stage outside of crypto. And I don't have it all figured out, but one thing I do have figured out is this. The Saudi government, they're the richest people in the world. They own all the oil, okay? And they're diversifying out of oil. Why? Because these green initiatives are happening all across the world. Everything is about green energy, electricity, save the environment. It's happening, okay? You can't ignore it. Whether you agree with it, disagree with it, doesn't matter. This channel is about making money. And how we make money is knowing what's going on in the news and taking advantage of stories like this, okay? And we know that Saudi Arabia, what did they go and do? They went and wrecked the whole PGA Tour. Why'd they do that? For the sports fans out there, why'd they do that? They're diversifying out of the oil industry. They know it's not going to last forever. They know what's happening. They can go buy whatever sports league they want. Guess what else they can do? They can get into emerging technology like crypto. They can get into emerging technology like AI. And that's exactly what they're doing. So the fact that they selected HBAR here was a big deal. It's why we talked about it 13 days ago. If you saw the video, you were well aware of it. If you didn't, hopefully you subscribe now so you don't miss out on another one like this and like that. So that's what's happening. And again, this article here, all respect to whoever wrote this article from whatever outlet, fine, good. There's some reasons why it's going up, but that's the biggest reason, in my opinion. It's not even in this article. Okay. So you got to understand fundamentals. You got to understand macro, what's happening, bigger scale. And this is why HBAR, I think, is moving up. A lot of the reasons why it's moving up, because you have big time investors, huge investors that saw this news across the world in the Middle East. And you might be in the Middle East watching this video, wherever you are. It's a big deal. And that's what's driving price action right now, more so than I think anything else. And HBAR has surged, they're mentioning here, because of its increased popularity in social media like Twitter. Certainly that helps. HBAR has been one of the most discussed tokens when they look at stock twits, as shown below. Great. But I think one of the reasons why it's up so much is probably the news that's coming out of the Middle East and Saudi Arabia. They mention here Hedera's rally is because of the recent addition to its governance council. A few weeks ago, they wrote that Hitachi US has joined the council. Big time deal as well. HBAR and Hedera, they've always been attached to the United States in that way. Most recently, the maker of Oreo cookies became the latest addition to the council. These companies join other companies like Google, LG, Ubisoft, Zane, WorldPay, Standard Bank in the council. Huge, for sure. But again, what they're not telling you is this: $250 million tech innovation boost, and they're using HBAR. They're partnering with HBAR. Why? Because the Saudi government sees what's going on. They see where things are going, and they want a piece of the action. And they chose this blockchain. Actually, not blockchain, because it's Hedera. It's Hashgraph network, not blockchain network, but very similar, right? That video is not for today. But they're coming in. They're coming into the space, and they're doing so through HBAR. And how do we, as peons, as normal folks, make money on this? We pay attention. We pay attention to the news and we act on it, right? We do our research. That's why we spend hours of day digging into these sort of things, so we don't miss these things, right? And that's why I work so hard for you guys to bring you guys this type of content, this type of information that a lot of the quote unquote traditional media doesn't see. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Finally, it says there are signs that HBAR token is gaining market share in the futures market. Again, they're kind of talking more from a technical standpoint, but the real reason, in my opinion, is what we talked about right here. Okay, is this right here? So let's take a look at the charts real quick, because we are moving up here, still here today. Look at this; it's actually moved up since we even went away from the charts. It's up 26% now. If we go over and look at HBAR on this chart right here, huge green candle day. Let's see here. If we take this ruler from when our trading indicator, another great tool to gain an advantage in the market, our trading indicator flashed a momentum up on February 9th, 10 days ago, at just under 8 cents. We are now over 11 cents. Our indicator told us that, hey, something's brewing. Looks like price is going to move up, and it has. It's went up 42% since our indicator flashed. By the way, this isn't just my tool. I've decided to make it public. It's out there for you. You can easily set up your own custom alerts. Be ready for when charts start to break out and take advantage of it. Links are all down below for you there. We've got hundreds of people signed up. I can't wait until I say thousands of people, because the indicator works, guys. I spent tens of thousands of dollars, not just to make something that's cool and looks shiny. I spent that kind of money because it works. And I've been using it. I know a lot of other people have as well. And the links are down below there for you if you want to jump on board and get started with us today. But HBAR, big stuff happening behind the scenes. I know it has a huge, strong community, but I just want to make this very, very abundantly clear. This is not being talked about. We talked about it 13 days ago. I'll leave the link down below to this article so you can dive into this in deeper detail if you want. I appreciate you guys for checking out the video. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.